and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been ages since I've put up a video, but I am back and ready to go. I have this wonderful 4th of July makeup, red, white, and blue, some hand-painted stars, some glitter, and a whole bunch of fun. So if you want to see this red, white, and blue look, please stay tuned. Hello. Please excuse my voice. I am sick with a cold, and so I do sound quite a bit funny. Today's makeup look is actually quite simple. It's mostly just around the sides where we have to do some extra bit of work. So I'm going to start by doing my foundation. I'm starting with the All Hours foundation by YSL in the shade B30. It has been kind of a long time since I've done videos. What ended up happening was I went home to California for my spring break. And when I was home, I wanted to spend time with my mom. And so I kind of stopped doing videos. I did have my setup with me and I did shoot one video, but things just kind of got carried away. I kind of put my YouTube channel on pause, even though I just got started. And then when I got back, I had a whole bunch of things happen all at one time. So I actually had to extend my break because I had an audition. And so I didn't return to London for another 2.5 weeks, I think, past the start of term. And so then when I came back, I had to catch up quite a bit because I had an excerpts exam I needed to do. I had my final recital that I needed to do. In case you didn't know, I'm a musician, and so I had all of this stuff that landed on top of itself. And so I had to focus on practicing and preparing the music, learning the music. And so just one right after another, things kind of just all of a sudden just landed where I didn't have time to do anything but practice. And so I stopped doing my makeup looks on Instagram, and I didn't do any videos at all. And so it definitely took longer than I expected to get back to it, but I'm excited to say that this week is my last week of term. I have a competition on Friday, so that'll be fun. So I have a course next week, so for 3 days I have a whole bunch of intense rehearsals and coaching and stuff like that. And then we have a concert at the end of the 3 days, and it's a big concert that actually lands on the day of graduation. I won't be able to make my graduation, which is fine. I'm okay with that. I'd rather do the concert anyway. Then I'm done with my degree, and I have my master's degree. And so that'll be super exciting. But yeah, for a minute, it was quite busy. And obviously, because it's the end of my degree and it's my master's, I wanted to focus on that rather than try and stress myself out by practicing hard and then coming at the end of the day and just being so exhausted, but then trying to put out videos just to put out videos. I didn't really want to do that. So I did take a break, but hopefully I'm back. And so then, once I graduate, I have another couple weeks here in London, and then I'm planning on traveling, which will be super fun. I'm so excited. I'll be traveling around Europe for a little bit, and then I move back to California. I am going to go ahead and powder my face. This is the Lancome Dual Finish Powder in the 130 Porcelain d'Ivoire N. And so I actually really like this. I can't find this in the UK, so when I go back to California, that's when I pick this up. I really like it because it is a nice powder, and it does go well over my foundation, but it's also slightly pigmented, so it also adds another layer of coverage. I quite like a full coverage without it looking super full. So there are certain full coverage foundations that I find just look too cakey and too like I have a sheet of makeup over my face. Whereas I quite like a full coverage to cover all my spots and things, but at the same time, I want it to still kind of look like my skin. And so I really like this powder for that reason. So I'm going to move on to contouring, or bronzing. I'm going to continue with the face. I'm using the MAC bronzer in Give Me Sun. I'm going to go ahead and do my cheeks and my chin. I'm going to leave my forehead because I am putting shadows over it. So everything below where I'm planning on putting makeup, extra makeup, is where I will do my normal face routine from here on out. Now I'm using the Tarte blush in Glisten, and as you can see, I love this blush. I'm just gonna add that to the apple of my cheeks. I am excited to be moving home. I do miss it quite a bit. If anything, I miss the sun. I don't really mind how much it rains here. It actually rains less than I expected it to. But I am excited to be moving home. And I miss my mom, and I miss my family, and all of that good stuff. So I'm going to leave my skin without highlighter for a minute, and I'm actually going to just do my eyebrows real quick, and I will be right back. Now that I'm done with my brows, we can get started with the fun part. I'm actually taking 2 different shades of blue. One's a little bit darker, one's a little bit brighter, but I kind of like the 2 mixed. And what I'm going to do is I'm just setting them aside, and with a brush, I'm just going to kind of dip into both of them and kind of smear them around, mix them, and then I'm just going to get started and pat down a little bit at a time and just kind of lay that onto my skin. And I want to start with the heavier bit of makeup on the back where I want it to be quite pigmented, and then as I pull forward I can kind of blend it out so it's not quite so harsh. And take that down probably about here, and then I'll eventually move it a little bit over my eyebrow. Alright, so from here I am not going to add any more. I'm just going to try and blend out the edges just so it's less harsh, just because I really like that kind of faded look. Alright, so now it's time for the second half of the face, and this is the stripes. I am taking a more elongated brush so that I can have a little bit of an easier time with the stripes, and I kind of want the stripes to kind of go like that down my face, and so I'm taking a red color, we'll see how this goes, and just gonna kind of start at the uppermost line. Alright. So I realized that it's not going to be as sharp as I'd like it to. So I'm going to take my makeup palette and just kind of go like that. And put the red down along the makeup palette and kind of rotating it as I go. There we go, so much sharper. Put the edge along where I want the next side to be. Tap in. And then same thing. Alright, so now for the stars, I'm going to take the Emelia Louise base, but in the white shade. I think that's 0. And I'm just going to place a little bit on my palette with a small angled fine liner brush. I am going to take my brush and just kind of sketch out some stars. So now I'm going to do my eyeliner. And I'm not going to do a huge wing, I'm just going to do a nice base for my lashes. I'm now going to put on some mascara. Alright, so you could, from here, pop on lipstick and be done. or add false lashes and be done. However, in my opinion, it's not 4th of July without a bit of fireworks. In my case, glitter. Okay, so with that, I'm going to take a fluffy brush, a nice light fluffy brush, and I'm going to spray it with my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and then dip into the glitter, tap a little bit off, and start patting it places I see fit. Normally, I have glitter glue that I can put this on with. However, that is already in California. So, working with what I got. Cool. And now for this side, I'm only going to put the glitter onto the red. I'm just going to do that super fast. I am making a super mess. Cool. I'm going to spray it all over my face. Normally, I do recommend using a glue though, because it will set better, stay longer, all day long in the sun, through the fireworks. Alright, and it wouldn't be a red, white, and blue look without some red lips. So I'm taking my cherry lip liner and my Ruby Woo, and I'm gonna put it on my lips. And for a little extra jazz, I'm gonna take the Patrick Star and MAC collaboration Dazzle Glass and Ride My Sleigh. Yes, this was Christmas. And just place that over top. Alright, that's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed. I had so much fun. Obviously, I love glitter, so any chance I get to incorporate glitter, I am a happy camper. I hope you have a fabulous 4th of July and have plenty of fun, plenty of safety with those fireworks. Be careful, but also enjoy the day. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining. That's a wrap.